Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you already read by the title, we are going in my figure collection page again, and this time we are updating my Holy Grail wish list. And the reason why I say update and not clean up is because there's nothing to remove. There's only more to add. Yay! Just what my wallet needed. So without further ado, please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's on your Grail wish list. What do you already own? I would love to know. And yeah, we kind of already talked about that in the last video I uploaded. And you guys have really good but also expensive taste in figures. So all right, so we're back here again on the My Figure Collection page. So we're gonna scroll down. So we're gonna first go through all the Grails I currently have on the list. So far, I have 37. Now, I know it's a lot, okay? I remember one time in the past, I uploaded a Grail unboxing video, and I think at that time I was like obtaining Grails really fast. So somebody commented on that video and was like, everything's a Grail these days. Yeah, everything's a Grail these days. In this economy, yeah, it is actually. Good thing it's not your list. Go make your own. So at the moment we have 37 and we're going to be adding more. Sue me. Part of my morning routine, and maybe this is really bad, but this is just me. Part of my morning routine, like while I'm drinking my coffee or something in the morning, is literally searching through like Mercari Japan, Surugaya, like all those websites to see if there are any of my Grails or any of my figures on my wish list that I could find. So that's probably why I find my Grails more often. Also, when budgeting what I'm going to spend for the month on figures, I tend to prioritize the Grail figures instead of the pre-orders because those pre-orders are still new. So I feel like I have a better chance of finding them in the aftermarket prices. Some of them, no, like some of them for some reason will like skyrocket right after. Hence the whole video I made previously of figures I regret not pre-ordering when pre-orders were open. So it's a hit or miss. But I mean, most of the time, the Grail figures that I am looking for that weren't pre-orders that have already existed are like much more expensive. There are exceptions though. Anyways, I'm like rambling on. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at all the figures that are currently on the Grail list. So first up, we have two Chobits figures. We have this Chi Alice Maid figure, and then we have this other Pink Maid figure. Now this Pink Maid one also has a different color variation. There's also a purple version, which I think is super cute as well. Let me see if I can get a closer up photo of this pink one actually. She is so cute. Obviously she is not the best quality figure, but she was made a while back, and I think it just has charm. Like I said, there is a purple version. This is the purple version right next to her. She is also on my wish list. She's just not on the Grail list. I would be happy with either one, but the pink one is the Grail, the ultimate Grail. And then this one is also pink. Maybe if like I get this one, then I can just get the purple version of the other one, and then I'll have like two colors because they're both dressed in maid outfits. I don't know, but I saw this and I was so obsessed, and all I can visualize is how good she would look next to my Tokyo Mew Mew figures because they have the same like cat pose. It'd be so cute. The only thing I don't really like about this figure, but I can overlook it because of how adorable it is overall, are the like fishnets and the weird base. I feel like those are kind of an eyesore. I feel like the fishnets kind of clash too. Does anyone else think that? I think she would look better with maybe white fishnets if they want to add fishnets, or just like white long knee-high socks or like tights or something like that. But other than that, beautiful, gorgeous, crazy expensive. I actually have more Chobits figures in this Grail list. Chobits just has an insane amount of expensive figures. It's crazy. Okay, moving on, we have our girl Maka from Soul Eater. So I actually recently got in the pop-up parade that was re-released of her, and I am so happy and grateful that they re-released her and I was able to get her this time. I did miss out on the pre-orders on the first round, and that figure kind of soothed my hunger a bit for this Grail figure, just for the time being, I do still really want her. I also think this figure compared to the Papa Parade is still better. I think the pose is much better. It's more dynamic. I also love the fierce expression she has on this figure. The only thing I don't like about it is the obnoxiously large base, but it's still a win in my book. Okay, next up I'm going to open up these two figures because they're from the same series. So we have the Devil is a Part-Timer Chiho figure where she's in her fast food job outfit. And then we have Emmy as well. Both figures are absolutely gorgeous. Now, these are the only scale figures from this series, and these were done a while back. Season 1, in my opinion, is the best season. I tend to tell myself that the series ended at season 1 because I was just not a fan of the rest of the seasons. I really do like how these figures are based off the art style in season 1. I know there is a Chiho Nendroid, but that I think is based off of the like season 2 art style. Also with the Chiho Nendroid, so I was going back and forth when pre-orders opened up on whether or not I wanted to get her, and I ultimately decided against it. I was just not into it, maybe because I kind of attached that Nendroid to the other seasons instead of season 1, but also I feel like if I get the Chiho Nendroid, I would only want to get her to complement the Chiho scale, like this one. You know, I feel like alone, and that being the only Devil is a Part-Timer figure, it just wouldn't make sense to get. This is the Grail. I want her. And also, of course, Emmy. The next Grail is this Rika 1/7 scale figure by Kotobukiya from Chunibyo, and Kotobukiya makes like some of the best figures out there, and Chunibyo, all of a sudden, I feel like the aftermarket for the figures has skyrocketed. I'm not sure why. I feel like lately everybody's on this like throwback anime hype. You can feel it with Good Smile, like re-releasing Nendroids too, of like older like romance shoujo anime and whatnot. It's not just me that's feeling that, right? So that's probably what it is. I do own one Rika figure where she's like kneeling, and then I also own the Dekomori figure, which was a Grail of mine that I have obtained. But I think this Rika figure is one of the best Rika figures to exist. I did find her a few years back for a good price, but I just couldn't afford her at the time. So I was like, well, I have time to get her. Like, nobody's really talking about Chunibyo anymore right now. And then I kind of forgot about her for a while. I was like getting other Grails and, you know, spending money on pre-orders, and eventually when I went back, price went up. Ugh, she just looks so cool, y'all. I think I need to make like a priority list for all the Grails that I want to spend my money on. And you can display her with or without her eye patch too, which is a plus. I totally forgot I added this in here. Oh my god. Real. Okay, next one on the list is this beautiful, gorgeous Mugi figure from K-On! She is, I mean, I don't really think I need to explain why she's on the Grail list. She is absolutely sweet and gorgeous, and she would look so good next to my Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid cafe figures and with my Licorice Recoil cafe figures. I could have like a whole cafe themed shelf. And then we have this, oh my goodness, this is a prize figure from Watamote, and she is on eBay for like $400 for a prize figure. A prize figure. A prize figure. Oh my goodness. And I need her so bad because I already own the Nendroid and the Nendroid Petite. So I only need her to complete like my Watamote figure collection. I need her so bad, but she is so expensive for what she is. It's insane. Now in a perfect world, I would own two of her. One with her default face and one with her pigtails, but we don't live in a perfect world. I can't even get one, y'all. I can't even get my hands on one. Let's move on to, okay, this one. One of the reasons why the number of figures on my Grail list is so high is because a lot of these figures are sets. So for example, this Sailor Moon one is a Mega House 1/10 scale, and she's in her school uniform, and she is so expensive. But it's not just her, it's literally all the girls. So we got Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Venus, Sailor Jupiter, and then they also made Naru. So if you don't know, she's like a side character. I was surprised they even made a figure of her right here. So the entire set is on my Grail list, so that's one of the reasons why the number is so high. But this is a 1/10 scale by Mega House. It's a Sekai Seifuku figure, and you can see by like the photos, the shading isn't even all that. Like this figure isn't even all that. I think the thing that is making this so expensive, A, is the fact that it comes with Naru, and B, it's the fact that all the girls are in their school uniforms instead of their magical girl outfits. I mean, I'm literally saying these figures aren't even all that, but here I am telling you it's on my Grail list. So yeah, we have all the girls on this list, so we'll just skip over them when we get to them since we already talked about it. Next up, we have Black Butler figures of Grail and Undertaker. So here is Grail. She's looking so good. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Who made these? Artifact. Kotobukiya. Should have known. And then we have Undertaker, looking so good. These are the best Grail and Undertaker licensed figures, and they are so expensive. Grail and Undertaker, I think, go for like anywhere between maybe like 600 to 800. Like, it's crazy. Although I have seen Grail maybe more recently go around for like 450 every now and then, but like 450 is still kind of crazy, right? And it's a 1/8 scale. So okay, next up, this is the Bishamon 1/8 scale by Amakuni. This is the only Noragami figure I need in order to complete my Noragami figure collection. And I cannot find her for the life of me. That's not true. I have found her, I think on like Yahoo Japan auctions, and she's going for like $2,000. Girl, get out of here with that. So if anybody happens to know where I can find her for a better price, please let me know. I would highly appreciate it. I cannot sleep at night knowing that there's a Noragami figure that exists that I do not own. I can't. I just can't. I can't. Noragami is one of my very, very top favorite anime, and she's out there somewhere waiting for me. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna skip these three. These are part of that Sailor Moon set we were talking about, and we're gonna move on to this Cardcaptor Sakura figure. Oh my goodness. She looks so heavenly and so sweet. Look at that. Look at that face. She looks like a delicate little flower. Now with Cardcaptor Sakura figures, I have mentioned before that I'm really picky about which Cardcaptor Sakura scales to get. A lot of them are just so gorgeous and they're like so intricate and so artistic, but they're also very expensive. They're also really huge. And so they're all so pretty that I can never decide which one to get because they come out with Sakura figures all the time. And so when I see a Sakura figure releasing and I really, really love it, I usually hold myself back because I'm like, what if they come out with an even better one? And again, these figures are huge and they're really expensive. So you have to, I feel like you got to be smart about which ones you're, spending your money on. But this figure I feel like is a little different than the ones that have been recently releasing where they're like big and very intricate and artistic. This is more like delicate and cute, and it doesn't look like it'll take that much space either. So I can get this, and then if I do want a really big intricate Cardcaptor Sakura figure, that's fine too. She's a 1/7 scale. She's good. She's a good size, but she's also like, her base is very small, and so the other Sakura figures are like much taller and take up a lot of vertical space too. I don't know, I think she's really, really cute. Anyways, she's on the Grail list. I need to get her. Okay, we have another Rika figure. This time this is a bunny figure, and it's not by Freeing. This is actually by Hobby Stock, and it's a 1/7 scale figure. And I think the sculpt on this figure is genuinely so stunning. I honestly feel like Freeing could never. If they made a Rika bunny figure, I feel like there's no competing with this, especially with the pose. I feel like the Freeing bunny figures, you're just paying for the scale and not the concept, because they're usually in the same poses or just like in boring poses. There's not much to them really. It's just the scale that's the appeal, which, don't get me wrong, I love, but also I would really love for, a little variety in the Freeing bunny figures. This I feel like has everything. She's got a unique bunny suit. I love the fact that one of her ears are like tilted. I know Fraying does that sometimes too. And I love the pose. The pose is so cute and like ditzy. It's just adorable. You can also switch out her face plate on this. So you can either have her with or without her eye patch. This literally has everything, and it's a 1/7 scale. It's a pretty good size for a figure. I also feel like when it comes to freeing figures, the face sculpts are kind of a hit or miss. Like sometimes they'll nail it, and then sometimes they'll like, there's something like slightly off about it. You know what I mean? All right, we're skipping these Sailor Moon figures. We already talked about them. And let's open up these two. Oh my goodness, you guys. School Live. So we have Yuki from School Live, and we also have Kurumi from School Live. Kurumi is my absolute favorite from this series, but man, oh man, these figures have been on my wish list for the longest time. I was losing hope that I would never get any of the figures, but as you probably noticed, we are missing Yuri from this Grail list. And that's because I recently uploaded a video that I finally got her. So she's the first one in this set of 3 figures that I managed to find and get, and somebody was so kind to sell her to me on this website, My Figure Collection. I am so grateful. Y'all have no idea. So now that I managed to find her, I have hope that I'll be able to find the other girls. I mean, really, you guys, if you look at the actual photos of these figures, they look so wonky, especially like Kurumi. Look at her face. She looks crazy. But these are the only School Live figures out there, and I desperately need them. I think there's a little charm to her like wonkiness, to be honest. I love the outfit on Yuki. She looks so cute. She's so cute core. I know the cute core people are hunting her down. She's just adorable. I love her entire character design. She's super cute. Next up, we have this Natsume's Book of Friends Natsume figure. This is such a pretty figure of Natsume. Currently, right now, as I am filming this, I do not own any of the Natsume scales at all. And I am in desperate need of like at least 3 of them that I can keep in mind, this being one of them. I'm just so obsessed with how soft his face looks. Everything about this figure looks so serene. It is a definite need in my collection. Now, I will say I am a little more confident that I can find this a little more easily than the other figures in my Grail list, because I have seen him a few times, but I wasn't able to get him because I had pre-orders or I had proxy orders that I had to pay for already. So hopefully he won't be on this list for long. Now, these two are stunning. They do not look like they were taken from an anime. So if you don't know who these characters are, they are Hikaru and Sajo from Dokyusei, a BL anime, and they are just so stunning. Like if you searched up Dokyusei, the art style is completely different than this. I mean, this belongs in a museum. Like, it's crazy how stunning they look. They do come with these rings, but I would be okay with not even like getting the figure with the rings. Like, I don't care. I need the figures themselves the most. I actually don't own any like figures where it's like just the bust, so this would be also an interesting figure to add to the collection. But yeah, I'm so obsessed with this, you guys. They are stunning. Look at that. Look at Hikaru's hair. That's crazy. Dude's got waves on waves. Okay, we gotta like, there's so many in here. We gotta zoom through these, you guys. Okay, we have another Chi figure. This figure was actually in a video I recently uploaded talking about figures I regret not pre-ordering when pre-orders were open. Man, oh man, every time I see her, I just shake my head. So this lamp lights up, but oh my God, look at how delicate and beautiful and stunning she looks. Yo, somebody sell her to me, please. Also, one little detail that I really do love about this figure, I don't know if it was intentional or not, so please let me know if it was, but I really love how the frills or the ends of her clothes and like even the way she's sort of sitting, kind of, if you like squint your eyes. It's like the shape of a crescent moon. Okay, next up we have this Madoka figure. Now, to be honest, this was a recent addition to the Grail list. I actually didn't know she existed until I made a sponsorship video. So in one of my previous videos, JP Fans actually sponsored me, and I was able to pick out, you know, merch, and I found, let me bring it up. I found this Ichiban Kuji Prize A figure of Homura. And I just went into a deep rabbit hole when I found her, and I also found out that there is a Madoka version. But not only that, there's like 3 different variations for each of the girls with different color palettes. And Madoka, hers is like crazy expensive, and it's an Ichiban Kuji, y'all. Oh, here's a photo of all the different variations. So I have this one. The second best one I think is this pink Homura. But then in terms of Madoka, I really want this pink one. But I think they're all expensive no matter what the color is. Like it's crazy. Okay, next up are these Madoka and Homura bunny figures by Freeing. Now listen, I know I just said that Freeing bunny figures, you're really just paying for the size of them, and they're typically just reused like concepts or poses and whatnot. Like there's not much creativity to them, but this is an exception, y'all. I did say, I think I said there were exceptions. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, I'm sorry. There are exceptions. This is one of them. Freeing does re-release bunny figures. I just don't know why they haven't re-released this one. This one came out back in 2021, and genuinely, this is one of their unique bunny figures. Why are you not re-releasing it? Also, Madoka Magica is insanely popular. They would make bank re-releasing these. I don't know why they haven't. And sometimes when they re-release stuff, they make like a different variation of it instead of re-releasing it in the same color variation or something like that. Don't do that. I want this exact one. Don't be making no variations, because I'm either going to hate it and feel like I'm forced to buy it because I just want a bunny figure of these two, or it's going to be so good that I'm not going to be able to choose whether I want this new one or the old one. Don't do that to me. Same obviously goes for Homura. Stunning. I think Homura in aftermarket is a bit cheaper than Madoka, and I think it's because of that whole cute core, pink tax concept. Okay, next up. See, these are all like pretty much sets. We got another set, and it's the Sailor Moon, Uranus, and Neptune figure set. And honestly, when it comes to Sailor Moon figures, this is one of the best ones to exist. Now notice how I said one of, because we'll come back to that. I absolutely love how shiny they look. Also, what's really cool about these is, despite the fact that these are 2 separate figures, you can either display them obviously separately or together, but they're meant to be a set. You can interlace the base. It's hard to tell, but Neptune's base is interlacing with Uranus's. These wavy effects are interlacing with each other, and then you can also have them hold hands. Oh, which I need so bad. I need it so bad. Their faces actually look really good too. The only thing I think this is lacking is a little more shading, but the Sailor Moon figures out there aren't really the best quality figures, to be fair. I have run into these a few times in the past, but I wasn't able to purchase them for like different circumstances. So I'm a little more confident with these figures too that I can probably snag them a little easier than the others, just like the Natsume one. I'm like losing my voice, you guys. I've been filming all day. Oh, okay. Speaking of, we'll get back to that with Sailor Moon quality figures, or one of the best Sailor Moon figures or whatever. This Sailor Moon figure, what is this? 1/6, right? 1/6 scale. Moment of silence for this. Okay, moment of silence over. This is the Sailor Moon figure, the most accurate, the most beautifully painted, the most beautifully sculpted figure of Sailor Moon out there. This is the grail of all freaking grails for my Sailor Moon collection. I need this figure so bad, and I will get her some way, somehow, and when I die, I need y'all to bury me with her, because oh my goodness, she is stunning. The Sailor Moon figure of all Sailor Moon figures. You know what? She doesn't even deserve to be in anyone's hands except mine. She deserves to be in an exhibition or a museum. Like, oh my god, like a Sailor Moon museum. Somebody do it. Okay, we're gonna skip over Homura. We already looked at her. Oh my god, this goddamn figure of Sakura. Ugh! Every time I look at this figure, I get so triggered and so mad. I missed out on pre-orders for this, and this is a Clamp exhibition exclusive, and I'm never gonna get her because she's on Mercari Japan for like $2,000. I'm not even joking, y'all. $2,000. Look at her, y'all. She is so cute, but I'm not spending $2,000 on her. $700. I've seen her for like $700. I've seen her for $1,000. I've seen her for $2,000. I'm not spending any of that. That is crazy. You are insane to be listing her for that much. She also has like different references from different Clamp series around her, and I think that's also the biggest selling point of this. Just aside from her being absolutely adorable. Probably never gonna get this one. This one I have a feeling is gonna be in here for a while. Okay, this next one is just pissing me off at this point. I'm like slowly getting angrier and angrier. This Hanako Nendoroid has been on my Grail list for forever, y'all, forever. Good Smile has been re-releasing Nendoroid after Nendoroid. They have not once re-released this Nendoroid, and I literally do not understand why. I still feel like the fandom is somewhat big for Hanako-kun. I think people are still actively sending requests to Good Smile to re-release this Nendoroid, and they just haven't done it. I don't know what the holdup is. I also don't know why they never made one of Nene. Like, I feel like the series was popular. I feel like they had the opportunity to re-release this when the reboot came out, or the announcement for a reboot came out. Did that happen? I don't even know. I also just get so annoyed when I have to add a Nendoroid as a Grail, because there is no reason for a figure this small to cost an ungodly amount of money. Okay, next up, see, you know what? Let me just open up all these Nendoroids, because why not, right? So these last figures are all Nendoroids, and they are all figures that I regret not pre-ordering when pre-orders were open up. So they are also in that video that I uploaded. First up, we have Lu Guang and Cheng Xiaoxi from Link Click. Now, I want to say that there is a possibility that they're going to be re-releasing these when the next season comes out, because the next season was already announced, and I think it comes out this month. I want to say that, but also they didn't re-release it when the previous season came out, so I don't know. But I want to be hopeful. I'm going to be hopeful and say they're going to do that. Okay, next up, we have Given. I do not know why they have not re-released these yet. I don't, honestly. BL has been popping. This anime has been popular since it came out. Why are we not re-releasing this? Why? What is the reason? Like, Good Smile, y'all don't understand. You would be making bank re-releasing these. And then, of course, we have another Chi figure. Of course. Look how sweet she looks. This is another one where they would make bank for re-releasing her, and I know for a fact that people have been requesting her to get re-released. So I don't know what the holdup is. She's not that complicated of a figure, y'all. Okay, now that we've gone through all the figures that are currently on my Grail list, let's go ahead and add some more. First up, we got this Kurisu Steins Gate figure. I missed out on the pre-orders for the re-release. Of course I did. That's like the summary of this entire video. These are the consequences of my actions, y'all. I have nobody to blame but myself. She is going on the Grail list. I mean, this one's kind of shocking to me because typically I feel like what happens after a company re-releases a figure, the aftermarket prices or like the scalping prices kind of like go down because now it's easier to obtain. That did not happen for this figure. It did not happen at all. I don't know what the hell did happen, but it wasn't that. I was so shocked, but here she goes, added to the Grail list. This Witch Hat Atelier figure, we actually have two Witch Hat scales that I'm going to be adding to the Grail list. We have this Quest-Q Coco 1/6 scale figure. Actually, I don't think I own any figures from Quest-Q, so I don't really know how the quality is or anything, but she looks stunning. And then we have this gorgeous Kotobukiya one. So I have searched for them and they are crazy expensive in the aftermarket, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to be re-released. This one I believe has been re-released before, Yes, in 2025. So this one originally came out in 2021 and then re-released in 2025. So I have more confidence that this one is going to be re-released. I don't really know about this one because this only had one release and it was in 2021. I also don't know much about Quest-Q, so I don't know if they typically do re-releases or not, but hopefully they can at least re-release this Kotobukiyo one. I can literally see her displayed next to my Little Witch Academia figure up there with Ako, and I could have like a little witchy shelf. Oh, maybe my Ojamajo Doremi ones too. Yeah, we'll have like a little witch theme. All right, so I'm gonna add this one to the list, and then I'm gonna add this one to the list. What do we have next? Okay, so next up we have this Sebastian figure. We also have this CL figure. Now, this is from the set with Grail, and then you saw Undertaker earlier as well. So I want the entire set. The reason why I initially had Grail and Undertaker in the Grail list, but not Sebastian and CL, is because previously I did find them for somewhat good prices, CL and Sebastian, but I just never ended up getting them because, again, I was focusing on other Grail figures and pre-orders and all that stuff. And then one day I was like, I need to start looking for these figures now. And man, I don't know what the hell happened, y'all. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. Okay, let me tell you that. So they are going on the Grail list, and I really am in need of Black Butler scale figures. I only own Nendroids, Nendroid dolls, and like one Noodle Stopper figure of CL. And Black Butler is one of my top anime. It's up there with Noragami. It's up there with Bungo Stray Dogs, and I don't know why I don't have a bigger Black Butler collection, let alone like a scale figure. Like I don't know, but they're being added on here. Okay, this, I can't. Consequences of my actions, or no action actually. Regret not pre-ordering them, and now they are a Grail, and I'm so upset that I have to add this as a Grail because they are tiny. They're small figures. I think they're smaller than Nendroids. I'm pretty sure they are. The price that they go for is an absolute slap in the face. I do own the Nendroids, so I'm grateful for that. I would much rather have the Nendroids than these ones. So that's a plus, but also these are the Nendroids and this are the only number 6 figures to exist out there. And I need them all, so they are going on the Grail list, unfortunately. It's just so annoying adding such tiny figures to the Grail list. Ugh. Okay, I also don't know, do they typically re-release figures like these? I don't know, because they're not Nendroids. Let me know if you know. Okay, last 2 figures are actually a set, and they are Makoto and Haru from Free Starting Days, and they are of their childhood selves, and they look adorable together. I love how they're interacting in this set. My goal is to collect all the Free figures. I currently have one set somewhat it's like storming all of a sudden, Jesus. I currently have one set complete, kind of. I have all the boys except for Sasuke, but I intentionally left him out because I didn't really care for him. Maybe one day I'll get him, but my main focus are the main boys. So I'm in my head, I have one set technically complete. I'm working on completing the other set where they're holding water guns, and then I also want these 2 really, really bad. So they are going on the Grail list. I was actually super close to getting this set, and then it fell through, unfortunately. Like, I was so freaking close. So now that we've updated the list and added some more figures, let's see where we're at. 45 items. Did I add 10 figures for real? Didn't we start off at 35? No, we started off at 37. Still, what? Damn, that's crazy. What can I say? The economy's bad and I've got expensive taste. But anyways, we have now successfully updated the Grail list. I am going to be doing more videos like these. I think the next video that I'm gonna do is probably gonna be me adding like customizing my figure collection profile and like adding resin figures that I own. So my figure collection doesn't allow you to actually add the unlicensed figures to the database, but you can like customize your profile in a way where you can like add thumbnails or like pictures of them. So I'm probably going to do that, and it'll be like a pseudo list of figures, resin figures that I own that are unlicensed, and then we could do like a Grail video for those unlicensed videos as well. So anyways, let me know if you want to see that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video, which is hopefully soon. Bye-bye, guys.